Hello, how's everybody doing? My name is Talia Duckworth, and today I'm going to teach y'all how to make a flower bouquet. So I do have partial part of my audience. They'll come around for a second. Cool, okay, now go back. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have all of your supplies. So this is a stem cutter. This is going to get all the thorns and leaves off your flowers. And this right here is going to cut the edges of it, going to cut it in a diagonal to make sure that your flowers get as much water as they need. We have some gloves because sometimes you can get a little prickly. So I kind of just put the gloves only on one hand, depending on, what I need to do. And then we also have a hot glue gun. This is going to come in handy when it's time to wrap your bouquet. So because we don't have much time today, we are going to make a little bit of a smaller bouquet. But the first thing that you want to do is take all of these leaves off. The leaves make it a little bit harder for the flowers to stick to each other. And then you also want to take these bad petals off. So any petals that you see that look bruised of any sort, you want to go ahead and remove them. Just because you want your bouquet to be perfect. So I'm going to remove a couple of these. And we're gonna make a little bit of a smaller bouquet today. Nothing crazy. Now, these came from the grocery store. So when your flowers come from I broke one. That's okay. When your flowers come from the grocery store, you'll notice that it'll have less bad petals on it, most likely because the grocery store already took them all off. So it'll be a little bit easier. However, if you get your flowers from like a wholesaler, then you'll have a little bit more thorns and bad flowers on them. So the way you use the thorn cutter is you're gonna put the flower inside like this and literally just shake it down. And it'll shake all those thorns off. So your customer or yourself will be able to just slide down the stem very easily without hurting themselves. So I'm gonna get most of these off. Now the cool thing about roses is you can use roses all year long. So roses are good for any occasion, like graduation or like maybe a proposal, birthdays. Women love roses, so you can never go wrong with the rose. I wanted to choose these like bright and fun colors because I feel like we're in spring now and we're about to start entering into summer. And I'm a summer baby, so I wanted to keep it real bright. So these are roses. I love to have a good mix of colors and then a lot of green and a couple of, those broke too. And a couple of statement flowers. So like my statement flowers of the day are gonna be peonies. Sometimes the peonies smell like powdery. Sometimes they don't. It just depends. So once we got all of the flowers clean, we're gonna start assembling. So I really like to assemble in like a round shape, and I'll kind of just watch myself and like just to see how I'm assembling it and what I'm doing with it, because the assembly is gonna matter when it's time to wrap. And then once we assemble, we're gonna put a rubber band behind it and it'll all come together. So I think today we're just gonna do a smaller bouquet just because we're a little bit short on time. But when it comes to assembly, I really like to put the flowers in the middle, and then I like to go ahead and take the greenery and put the greenery surrounding the flowers. See that? So we're creating a little bit of a dome type vibe. And the greenery just adds dimension to the edges of the bouquet. So once we have something like this, I'm gonna take this glove off. Once we have something like this, you wanna make sure all your flowers are getting love, all your flowers can be seen, and then you wanna rubber band it so it doesn't go nowhere. Once it's rubber band, go ahead and cut all of those stems off so we can make them even with each other. So I'm gonna slide these flowers over and then grab my paper. So this is gonna be the paper that I'm using today. And what you wanna do is you wanna lay the flower inside of it and then just kind of wrap it around. Depending on the look that you like, you can just kind of play with it. But today, I'm gonna use two stems. Actually, I might just use this one. No, I'll use two. So I'm just gonna kind of play with it and kind of wrap the stems around. And then just go ahead and hot glue it. We're basically just hot gluing the edges just to make sure that everything stays. And there you have it. A beautiful flower bouquet to give to someone special in your life. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.
That was 8 minutes.